The next game that we're going to be playing is Chronicles of the Wolf. Now, if that name doesn't sound familiar, it should. A long time ago in the Castlevania, I don't want to say the Castlevania fandom because that sounds like very pretentious. But there's a Castlevania fan game called the Lacard Chronicles. It was a completely fan-made game that followed the storyline of the Lacard family, which is they worked alongside the Belmont family to stop the vampires. Again, the Castlevania storyline is like nuts, okay? Just know that they were like a secondary family line that was still of charge, but like holding the whip and making sure that it didn't fall into into Dracula's hands, right? They made that entire fan game for free and put it up, and ever since then, they've been making very classic Castlevania games, okay? Not the new ones like, Symphony of the Night or Bloodstained stuff, where it's like more of like an RPG game. I'm talking about the old school Castlevania games where there's still an adventure, but you're still going around to like do things, if that makes sense. Just give me a moment here. Okay. And the Chronicles of the Wolf is their latest title, which I'm very, very excited to sort of see. It's not out yet. It's supposed to be coming out sometime this or next month. But every single game that they had so far has been fantastic if you enjoy that kind of genre of the game. The Chronicles of the Wolf demo, however, is fully out, so you get to experience what the new game is going to be like. Game developers, I'm begging you, start your game on 20% volume and let me turn it up after, please. Jesus Christ. Okay, give me more too. I didn't realize that this needed controller, but we'll plug in a controller as well to see how it goes. But this is the Chronicles of the Wolf. And again, Megami, I think, was the creator of the games. Of the Lacard Chronicles. But whoever they are, they're very well known. Obviously, I say that, and it's funny because I don't remember their names. But they're very well known within the community for making these fantastic games. Very fantastic games. I had to restart the game because my controller doesn't work. Sorry, give me one moment. Okay, Jesus Christ. We just had the worst ear demolishing ever. I forget that I have a PS4 controller, which is not really supported by any Windows platform, and so Steam has to translate it. I do need to buy an Xbox controller soon eventually, because to make it easier to stream these controller games. But let's just jump right into it, because I am curious to see how this game plays like. Again, you know me. If you know me, then you know that I love Castlevania. I love it a lot. I love the idea of what the mythos is, but also what the kind of gameplay is. The problem is that Castlevania, if you didn't know, Iga is no longer with Iga Kogarashi. He's no longer with Konami because Konami got rid of their entire gaming department to make pachinko machines. I'm not even fucking kidding you. There's a new Castlevania pachinko machine which I want to go and play if I ever go to Japan, and I would absolutely stream it. But there is no new Castlevania game. All we have is a gambling game. You bought DSX on Steam for your DualSense. Oh,
the Rose Cross Order.
I'll get into it. Let's just listen to this for now.
From the evil which lurks in the shadows. But like weeds, those shadows can grow long, reaching out to claw away at the fabric
Again,
of society.
very, very inspired by Castlevania, right?
Year of 1760,
Every single Castlevania game has a similar intro style. Very, very good.
Gathered in their great hall, where plans were underway to stop a new threat, which had already claimed many lives.
Wait, is this a voice actor for Alucard? This may be the voice actor for Alucard. It sounds very, very familiar. He's a very iconic voice because he says crazy lines.
Apprentice Matteo Lombardo, come forward.
Come.
You have trained hard for many years, and it is time to put your skills to use.
Yo.
You will go with the Knights of the Rose Cross Order to the region of Gévaudan in France. Upon returning from this quest, you will earn your place as a Knight of the Rose Cross Order. But first, show us that you are prepared.
I will. Jump by pressing A. What's the A button on this thing? I don't know. My controller died. Ah! Fuck that. We'll learn it on the keyboard. Fuck it. Jump down when you're on a platform. Okay, so S is attack. D is jump, and then okay, gotcha. My controller died. Move on a rope. So my controller connection, I don't know why, but the original cable for the PS4 controller is very easy to disconnect, and I don't know why. I actually hate it. I hate it a lot, and because of the way Steam does things, it'll instantly like cause it to like fail, and it'll never reconnect either, which is the weirdest part. Sub-weapon. Yo, I'm sorry. Did that hurt you? Charge attack may also be performed while midair. Oh. Yo, special attack of the weapon. Okay, what's the Y? F.
Very good. Now, go to France and fulfill
France?
your mission.
So yeah, but that's why my controller doesn't work anymore.
Matteo Lombardo set off with the Knights of the Rose Cross Order to southern France. He knew nothing of the horrors that would face him at their destination in the cursed lands that lay ahead. After many days of travel, they arrived in the region of Gévaudan. They
Gévaudan.
marched deep into the forest as the darkness fell upon them.
Oh, France! Oh no! The French. Oh my god, the game wasn't full screen,
God,
like on thing.
You're
I'm so sorry.
alive. Oh, the wolf attacked your group. They're all dead.
The wolf.
Oh, we have to go. We're running out of time. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Who are you? Do you hear me? Alright, let's see if this controller
Now,
works.
This place is not safe. I hear them. They are approaching.
Don't
I
need to
have
tell me
go.
me
Meet
twice.
me in the clearing to the east.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, chat, let's see if this controller thing works. No, they saw the weapons! Where? It's very loud. Where? Sorry. Very loud. Where? Okay, let's lower the volume a bit. It's way too loud. Oh god. Ow, ow. But the music is fantastic. You get the sense that this game is like a very Castlevania-inspired game, and the music holds nothing back. The music is very clear about its about its influences, and the influence of this game has a very distinctive style compared to other games of its genre. My controller finally works. Okay, other games like this don't really exist out there, which is why it's odd, right? Castlevania still stands as its very own unique genre of art style as well as music, aesthetics, stuff like that, right? When you combine all of that, you will get this, and you really do feel it in everything that this game does. I don't know what I pressed. I opened the map. Now, so the whole thing about DSX, okay? A PS4 controller should work with everything by default, but the problem is that there are no native drivers on Windows for it, and the ones that are there aren't usually recognized. That's like the main issue. I can't do my special attack. Oh, I don't have enough orbs. Okay, gotcha. So you need 10 orbs to do your special. So what Steam does is Steam translates it for every game to be at least the Xbox one. Because the Xbox controller is like the one that's like default supported by Windows' own game SDK, which is X input, I believe. So no matter what, X input controllers, which is like generic ones, as well as like the official Xbox ones, they always work. However, Steam is a very good workaround because you can even use the Steam translation layer on non-Steam games. So the way you do it is you add the game to Steam and you play it through Steam with your controller connected inside of big picture mode, or you toggle the use big picture overlay when you're using the controller option. So you always have the ability to play with a PS4 controller, but you have to have Steam with it. It's why it's like universal, but it's not really, because it doesn't use the X input SDK or like a built-in Windows sort of like a controller for controllers. It actually uses its like own separate like PS4 controller driver, which needs to be explicitly supported at least for client applications. It's why the translations layer exists, even though it is a bit silly. Again, you see the general vibe of the game, right? You immediately feel this like the wait, I have a dagger? You feel I pressed a button. There we go. You feel the inspiration that it has from classic Castlevania games, right? Classic Castlevania games are like a very standard adventure sort of like tropes, right? You go through a land, in this case France. Many bad things happen inside France. You wouldn't believe it, but that's where vampires are. Then it also adds on, you know, the usual trappings that you find in the later games, it seems like. Which is a very interesting choice to me, because you wouldn't really expect that. For instance, why would you even have the ability to change your weapons in this game when, like, you know, the original didn't even have that? Broadsword. Wait, I already had the broadsword. Oh. It is, however, a welcome addition, IMO. I do like it. Whoa! But the gameplay is a very, very classical Castlevania experience, right? No, I'm not talking about Symphony of the Night or Hour of Sorrow, though those games were fantastic. Ow! I'm talking more about, like, you know, Castlevania 1 and 2, or was it Rondo of, like, Blood, right? Those very, very old ones, which I hated playing, because I'm very bad at them. Well, I'm gonna be very, very bad at like this too, probably. Uh-oh! Whoa. Whoa. But already, even in spite of its very sort of like, you know, obvious, how do you say this, very obvious inspirations, the game already feels like its own thing. And again, the Chronicles, that fan game, I've only ever heard good things about it. I do want to go back and like try it someday. Because from what I heard, it was extremely good to the point where it felt like a mainline Castlevania game, but it felt different enough to be its own thing. And so I have very high hopes in this game, because this is already a very fantastic thing. I will say though, it's weird that the menuing in this game is very laggy. Like, I'm waiting for it to like show up. It's very, very laggy, and I don't know why. It's a very odd issue. You would think like the menus would be the fastest part, but I don't know. UI programming is like hard for me. What? What happened? Yo! Cursed Bones! He's going crazy. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Ow, ooh, ow. Oh my god, he's so good. Oh! Oh, there's like bugs on the floor. There's like cockroaches. Ow. Ow. My weapon has no range. Ooh! Wait. Lemon attack, good. Oh! I went in too early. Yeah, the like, Steam input stuff is like really good. I mean, unlike Linux, you have no choice anyways, because like there is no native controllers for Linux for like anything. So like, but for Windows, the few that are there are still not good enough. So Steam's input stuff is like a very much a godsend. But this is my kind of game. Now, mind you, I love Castlevania, okay? I love all the mainline entries, and I love all the spin-off entries too. Like, think Bloodstained, which is like very much a spiritual successor almost, right? But this, I can see myself playing this for a very good like while, although my controller is like dying. Oh, my controller sucks. Again, this is why I do need to get a new controller soon. Oh! Eat shit. You're nothing to me. Now, we did level up. There's a lot of weird things about this game that I'm noticing. One is that the game is very, very laggy in like certain ways. I don't know why. Again, to be fair, this does feel like... Because it is an early demo of the game, so I imagine they're still working this stuff out, and that the real game would be a lot better. I'm gonna die to poison. Breathe! Breathe!
Don't go dying on me now.
Don't go dying on me now.
As Matteo lost consciousness,
Matteo.
the woman in the green clothes carried him away on her horse.
Sorry.
The beast is the worst scourge that the region of Gévaudan has ever known.
This is a normal, everyday like occurrence inside France. Every single day.
And there are few who dare to venture out of the towns. The woman in the green clothes took the debilitated warrior to a safe place, and then she quickly disappeared. Matteo woke up late the next morning in an inn. He couldn't stop thinking about the horrors he had experienced during the night.
You experience horrors at night?
As he sat up, he was struck by
He experienced horrors at night. Fuck.
that he was now
I want
the only
horrors.
remaining member of the Rose Cross Order in Gévaudan. The mission to kill the beast now fell solely to him.
Oh my god.
Apprentice.
A mere apprentice. A level 2 apprentice. Okay. This is weird. I did not expect this game to have it's kind of like a town mode, okay? Now again, it's not like Castlevania doesn't have towns, right? I mean, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is like the latest mainline game that like had one. But even the older ones had like towns too, like the old Castlevanias, right? But the classics like Symphony of the Night and like Aria of like Sorrow, they have safe zones like shops, but no weird town building. I'm curious how this ends up being. But listen to the music. I'll stop talking, you just listen to the music for just a moment, okay? Listen. This game was made with a lot of soul. You can tell this game was made with a lot of soul. The game was made with a lot of love for what Castlevania is. You can tell just by the musical influences, by the art, by everything that it does. And yet it still sounds unique. This doesn't sound like a rehash of a Castlevania song. This feels like a very unique rendition of that same style. Can I kill you? Hey, can I talk to you? Talk. Can I talk to you? Talk? You're lucky to be alive. The last handsome guy to come around here was killed by the beast. His name was Damien Couture. He worked in the watermill to the west. I've been working at this hostel for some time. There are very few travelers who have come since the beast appeared. Well, it's fine. I'm not just here, you know, as a traveler. I'm here to kill your monster problem. Mary Jane? Wait. Billie Jean is not my lover? Brought you in the middle of the night. You inhaled the gas in the catacombs and after that you passed out. Glad to see you're doing better now. This damn beast terrifies everyone. But my son Pierre and I are not afraid of it. That accent is probably the worst accent to use because they're all French, but I'm not gonna pull off a French accent. I feel like I would offend many people. And I feel like there are enough French watchers to not want to offend you guys. Chastel Inn, welcome travelers. Cool. And again, it wears its influences on its sleeve, but at the same time, you only really know if you're in the know. Otherwise, you feel like, oh, it's a very unique style in and of itself. It feels a lot like old NES games almost. It's terrifying. Horrible events follow in the wake of the beasts. The dead are emerging from their graves and supernatural creatures roam all over the place. No one dares to leave the village anymore. Well, except for Jean Chastel and his son Pierre, the owners of the inn. These two are brave. The interesting part too that I've noticed is that this like game is like very how do I say this? It feels actually very smooth to like play. It feels like there's a lot of like, you know, old school influences in terms of your like movement and like stuff. Where like you have very pixel perfect precision needed, but you have all the modern trappings of like movement where you can control your air velocity and like stuff. It feels good. Very few of those who faced the beast survived. There is Captain Duhamel, who is with his men in the town of Langog, far to the east. There's also a beautiful young woman named Mary Jean Valet? Valet. Now I'm curious what the story is about too, because again, they seem to have their own mythos going on with their multiple games. This is not their first game, this is just their latest game. Their last game apparently didn't review too well, and I'm curious why. But they seem to be going for their own sort of special mythos for all of their like, games here. So I really want to know how this goes. Hey.
Hello, sir.
You had 2 words in your script and you couldn't even do it. No, I'm sorry. It's not bad. It's just funny to me. It's just funny to me that it sounds so old school, right? You can tell that they want to mix the voice acting like a very old style game. Hello, sir.
Welcome to my shop, warrior.
Yo! Holy shit, this guy heard me talking shit.
Good luck, warrior. Hello, sir.
Equipment seller. I require your strongest equipment.
Come back again soon.
Come back again soon.
Welcome to my shop, warrior.
Welcome to my shop, warrior.
Come back again soon.
Come back again soon.
Welcome, handsome traveler.
Welcome, guys. It doesn't matter what I look like, right? Chat, it's fine to be ugly. Chat, it's fine to be ugly. You don't need to be handsome to buy potions.
Thank you very much.
Also, they all sound so monotone. Again, I'm not hating on the voice actors. Obviously, it's like an early demo read. And like the style and the aesthetic. Again, this is a very small indie team, so if they're doing it too, right? So it makes sense why things sound the way that they are. It's just funny to me that like, as a potion seller, she has given 0 fucks. She just doesn't care anymore. Listen.
What can I interest you in?
She doesn't even care anymore.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to my shop, warrior. Good luck, warrior. Hello, sir. Come back
Hello,
again
sir.
soon.
Come back again soon. There's a strange spectral wolf head to the east. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there before. Yo, chickens. Wait, can I kill the chickens or no? You're so lucky. I won't let the beast or other evil creatures hurt my family. Yeah. Now I'll kill your family then. Don't worry. Do you think the beast will enter our village? My father wonders if he should let the cows off the farm. My children say they saw 3 rats in the attic. Oh, I hate rats. What a weird game to have. I mean, it's weird that there's so much, like, you know, stuff here. I tried to slay chicken. I tried. Chat, you know I would try, chat. Where are these rats? Slay the rats. Rats! 1. 2. Boom! 3 rats. You know what it is? I see now. You have quests in this game. Quest that there's no quest market. You just have to listen for it. Thank you so much. Yo. Okay. See. Okay. We can't slay chicken, but there are quests that require you to pay attention to the dialogue. An actual good use of the story building town, Darwin's Forest, and the watermill. Stuff like that is a very tiny detail that I think is going to make this game shine in its own right. But now that I'm 50, I can buy a weapon.
Welcome to my shop, warrior. Good luck.
I can't buy anything. I'm broke. Okay, before we go to the watermill, did she want us to meet here at the east? She said something about meeting us somewhere. Yo! This is some poor farmer's life, like life savings. But I still can't slay a chicken. True. 2 out of 10. Can you imagine? Dawn's Forest. Imagine how like hard that would be. What? Oh my god, it's crows. I will say though, here is when the influence of the music starts to like... What? Wait, special wolf head, look. It's pushing me away. Okay, so I need to go left in order to open it then. Gotcha. It's weird how the influence of the music is like... From there... Wait, it's like a daytime cycle. What? Yeah. Wait, far to the west is Mount Moshe. It's very high. The area is cloudy and the top snowy. This is the town of Langogna. Huh. Wait, why is there a daytime cycle? Now this is weird. But the musical influences, they get like slightly less apparent the moment they step outside. It's really trying to do its like own thing, which is a good choice, IMO. If it was too similar, I think it wouldn't, pan out too like well. In a sense, like it'd be too similar. It'd be too much of the same. I like the style that it has, and I hope that they do keep the unique style. There we go. I can't slide. God damn it. Can you crawl like a baby? What's that? Oh! What the fuck? Oh, does it change when I change location? It does, yeah. It's actually very, very fascinating almost. It changes well too. Oh, secret time. Look at that. It changes fairly strongly too. Okay. Wait, we're just stuck here now. Shit. Oh, we didn't know. It seems like, this forest, which is the watermill forest, and then the Darwin's Forest has 2 different soundtracks, which is cool to me. I like that a lot, actually. Having more variability in like things. Can I make it there? I could eventually. I bet you I can climb up there eventually. Someday. Yo! Oh! I didn't mean to, chat. Chat, I didn't mean to. I did not mean to. What did I get though? I did pick up some like antlers. Cure potion. What about the antlers? We're gonna ignore the fact that I killed it for an antler, really? Oh my god. It's just gone. Gonna go. Oh yes, no worries, no worries. Have a good sleep. Have a wonderful sleep. And thanks again for showing up. Always appreciate it. It's always fun having you like here. So hopefully you have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let I don't know, something bite. What's like your worst fear? Don't let death bite. Yeah. Here we go. What? Water bubble. Apple. Oh, it gives me mana. Okay, I see. So antlers and like apples give me mana. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Don't let death bite. This device is used to control the opening of the panels. It seems that other part is missing. The panels. Oh, like for this outside too. Right. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to climb up. Right. There's this game on PS2, Steam-bought Chronicles. Also change time when you move through certain location. This one is also Chronicles and also does that. Oh, that's what you meant. Like actually changing like a time. No, sorry. I meant like style. Like musical style. Sorry. Not like time. You say... Oh, unless you mean... Sorry. Yeah. Time. Right, sorry. You can tell I'm running out of steam. But yeah. Having like a real day-night cycle seems like interesting to me. But the game on the PS2 having a day-night cycle seems very interesting to me. Steam-bought Chronicles, I've never heard of that. So it's weird too, because on the PS2, right, like you're very limited in like resources. I would have imagined that they wouldn't want to try and like make it so that like what? Bomb! Like I'm surprised that they even bother making it so that like you have like a day-night cycle on the PS2. It seems like a lot of work. But that is fascinating though. I will check that out actually. Eventually. Ow! I have to heal. Oh god, I have to heal already? Jesus. Okay, this game does take a lot of the old school Castlevania difficulty though. A lot of the difficulty. It's actually very, very hard to play. Which is not a bad thing. But you really have to be good at this game, if it feels like. Otherwise you're basically doomed. Ah. Bubbles. Why are these bubbles following me? Holy shit, killer bubbles! Oh, what the fuck? Water! Oh my god, I hate water. Jesus. Why can't this character just like drown like a normal character? Why do they have to die to like water? Like actual living water. Jesus. I mean, to be fair, any game that like does implement like a day-night cycle is like a huge win in my eyes. It feels more immersive, even if it leads to like nothing, right? Although the key, as we saw from Hammer Watch 2, is it can't affect too much, and it can't be useless, but also can't be too useful. If it's too useful, it's almost like broken. The valve is closed, the water is stopped flowing. So there's like a balance to it, but I do agree that like, you know, games with like a real time, like a day-night cycle, are very fascinating. But even then, if this game didn't have it, this is already a very fascinating game to me, right? I'm hooked in the sense that, you know, it's a game by the people who made the Lacard Chronicles. But I'm also hooked now because the game by itself, without any relation to any like history stuff, is like fun. It's a very good, competent, like, you know, 2D interesting side scroller almost. It is very retro though. Like it feels retro in that you can't attack while moving and like stuff, right? Like if it's like, imagine if it's like Bloodstained and like stuff, right? Where you could attack and like move at the same time. This is a very different feeling from that. You feel more restricted, but it doesn't make it feel bad. It just means that it feels very, very different. I mean, if it doesn't, it often wouldn't make sense if the daytime wouldn't change. Exactly, yeah. Like it wouldn't make sense if it doesn't change. It's just more about like, you know, does it impact mechanics in a painful way. Like Hammer Watch 2, my biggest issue with that game was quest would eventually stop. Like you would run out of the quests to like go to, if that makes sense. And like your quest could time out is actually the way that I want to say it. So as you're playing, right, my controller died. Your quest could time out if you take too like long, but you can't turn in the like quest if an NPC is asleep. So actually, you don't even know when is like a good time to turn it in, because you don't really know what is the sleep schedule of a particular NPC and stuff. It was very overcomplicated. I think when day and night is like a very simple, like in San Andreas and like stuff, where it just affects like how many NPCs walk around, or if it's very easy to understand, then it makes sense. But if it's like balls to the walls, like wild, it feels bad. Damien Souls. Yo!
Brave knight. Though I am a ghost, you need not fear me. My name is Damien Couture.
Oh, you, yeah.
Many victims killed by the beast.
And these are your tools.
My
Right.
soul cannot pass on while the terror continues in these lands. But I sense that you can help.
Indeed I can.
I believe you are
I
the one
skipped
who
it, sorry,
can
by
destroy
accident.
the beast. I give you my strength and support.
Thank you. I sure hope that line I skipped wasn't very important. Mana can be summoned in any such situation when Mateo has got enough mana. Again, the artwork in this game is fantastic. It's very gothic, right? Very similar in style to like the Castlevania stuff. And you know, the like artists who like made like that stuff is fantastic. Strength is misspelled. Strength up level 1. Wait, so how do I use it? B. Nice nod. I like how he like nods. Cool. How long does this last? Now one thing that is nice about this game, mana does regen. So you're not always like, you know, managing resources all the time. Again, managing resources is not the worst thing, but having to do it over and like over and like over is like a very painful experience. This at least lets me play around with it very easily. Though now I'm lost. Wait, the music I think changes with the passing of day, of like time too. No, it feels like it does. I can't really tell. Come here. But again, I am. As much as I like this game, wait, a bunny? Oh! As much as I like this game, it is a very early demo, and it is a small indie team, so you can't be like too like harsh on them, right? You also can't be like too hopeful, but you also can't be too harsh. You need to be realistic, and yet even given that like realistic attitude of like, you know, understanding the limits of like individuals, right? Even just knowing that, this is a very good showing. It is not their first game now, it's their multiple, like, it's their nth game, right? But even then, this is a very strong showing, as is. I like it a lot, as is. Yeah, I think for that reason, in Steam about Chronicles, it's a day cycle, only changes on itself up until night, and after that, you have to sleep to go to the next day. See, stuff like that, yes. If you can control it, it feels a lot better. When it's out of your grasp, and you have to, like, randomly, like, try to figure out, you know, how to time things. When time, Hammer Watch 2, when you die, time passes like a couple hours too. So you never really know like what to do. And dying has even more consequences, right? You already lose experience when you like die. So imagine when you die, time passes and you lose like an entire quest line too. And then you like lose all the lore and like stuff. Like being able to like choose when you go to the next day is a very smart move. It makes it easier. But not like easier. It makes it more understandable and less frustrating, less like RNG. We have an Espadon now. I have a new coat, I think. Leather vest. Yo! You can tell that they pay attention a lot to the small details. I didn't want to talk to you. For instance, in like old school Castlevania, or like in any Castlevania game, if you start an attack right before you like land, it instantly cancels to let you start another one. But if you hit an enemy with it, then you can attack twice really quickly by like jumping and like swinging. There's a lot of like mini details that make this game feel good and immediately recognizable to play as a Castlevania game. Yeah, exactly. Some like quests you need to do this exact day, otherwise it wouldn't make like sense. But it's like, for the most part, it just felt like weird to have like, you know, permanently missable stuff that was tied to like you like dying. Especially because like because like dying itself already has like consequences, right? Huh? Use the same. I give you a weapon to break the spell. Gotcha. So dying, you already lose EXP, right? And then now on top of that, you lose time and you lose quest lines too. It just felt extra bad. Do I have a PS2? I used to. I still do technically. We have like a PS2 Slim, but huh? Oh, bomb. But no games for it anymore. Well, we have a couple games. We have quite a few games actually, but I've already played all of them. It's like older games like Okami, stuff like that. Metal Gear Solid, I think. I can't remember which one it was though. Unless that was a PS3, in which case that one's gone. But I used to have it. It was my favorite console, actually. Can I kill a bird or no? Do you think I can kill a bird or no? You are so lucky, bird. Now again, this game does have some issues, you can kind of tell. Some spelling issues, obviously, but like those are minor. That'll always happen. And there's a sense of like, you know, there's a feeling of like lagginess within the menus, which like doesn't hurt too. But I imagine this is stuff that they can fix over time. It's non-critical is basically what I'm trying to say. Who are you? Why are you here? Hello, young knights. My name is Rosalie Rovgan. I've been down here ever since the beast evil creatures invaded the area. My son who worked near the Joseph Desage's taxidermy gallery was killed. I would like to see the ring he wore again. He'll give me some comfort. What? Why do you live down there? But she's a bed right here. Listen. I know for sure, even if I died, my wife would at least want to sleep on the main bed, okay? Imagine sleeping on like a cold, hard like rock. No way. You can never make me too sad to sleep on a cold, hard like rock. Okay, so he died inside here, the taxidermy place. Oh, okay. Oh shit, we have to find a way inside. Okay, gotcha. Which is probably gonna be past this. I imagine that I can climb up and down, like through and stuff. Oh, stone ring. Is this his? This your husband's ring? Huh. I imagine this is her husband's ring. Now again, this is a very old school game. It feels a lot like Golden Axe almost, right? But with a lot less enemies. That's what this really feels like. But you know what I mean? It's a typical sort of like side-scroller hack and slash. So if you don't like the feeling of like those kinds of games, you wouldn't like this regardless of how well it like does things. But I am a fan of it. I do like this so far. I'm curious to see how this goes. Oh, thank you. I gave him this ring for his birthday. But I can sense the spirit telling me that you will need it on your quest. It's okay. You keep it. That's it? That's all it took. My controller died. Please. I'm gonna buy an Xbox controller because I'm going in. Maybe you should check out the taxidermy gallery. Okay, yeah, sure, thanks. The rich merchant who owns it is Joseph Desage's. I've always thought that he behaves worryingly. Here's the key to the gallery. My son had found it in the forest. Come back and see me after you've had a look inside that place, please. I will come back to see you. I will come back to see you. No worries, man. I would love to see you. Rusty ring my ass. Again, it's just a very weird lag inside menus. I don't know why. Odd. Wait, I lose crit? Not worth. I want more crit. Wow. That was a really bad jump. Sorry. I just kept missing it. I didn't hold it long enough to make the leg jump. But you see, right? There's like a way to go on top of there eventually, I think. Which means that there's a secret on top of these, like, on top of the gallery. I just can't reach it yet. Oh! The taxidermy gallery. Yeah! Wait, Floyd chicken? No Floyd chicken. Damn. Nice. Save game. Even saving has like a weird lag. There's like a weird lag here and there. Not really sure why. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. The bear! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. The bear and the moose. The bear and the moose is on the loose. What's that? Yo! Ow! Oh, but only some of them are. Only some of them are on the loose. Ah! Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're stuck down here. Oh, we're not. It's an elevator. Gotcha. I'm trying to find secrets. One thing that I do hate about these games is they always use that same motif of like, you know, breakable floors and ceilings as like a secret. To me, that's like the worst kind of secret, but like, it's hard to break that like mold. Holy fuck! Especially when you've been doing it for so long, when like games have been doing it for so long, right? But I do wish less games did breakable wall secrets, because there's no way to tell what's a breakable wall until you try to like hit it, right? And what you end up doing is you train your like player to swing at every single wall and like waste time basically. I have to go back up and then go left. I have to fall down left. That's my only complaint about this kinds of games. We already saw 2 of them, I think. And 2 is 2 is one too many, basically, in my eyes. But it is also like hard to drop because it's a staple of the Castlevania series, right? Like how do you drop that? Oh, I can't slide yet. I imagine this is where we get our slide. Ah! Fuck off. Fuck off. No. Again, Peaky Blinders is really good. I love Tom Hardy in it, as well as Cillian Murphy. Fuck off. No. Now go over there in the corner while the adults do some business. Fuck off. No. Okay, now we're gonna go over here. There's no secrets. Bird! Ah! I'm sorry. Yo, what's that? Wow, Mateo, finally, slide move. And you see a lot of the genre staples, right? The whole Metroidvania style of like going back around and stuff. Even Metroidvania is like a stupid term. I actually hate it. But you see how, you know, all these games pay homage to it, and they almost can't escape the like curse almost. I feel like all these games can't escape the like curse of like having breakable walls, unlockable abilities that allow you to like backtrack and stuff. There's no freedom from that kind of like, you know, game design pattern. It's so ingrained into the genre that like players would expect it. Whether to say that's a good or a bad thing, I don't quite know yet. At least for now though, it is at least entertaining to slide around. Turquoise necklace. The fuck is that? Oh! You're so lucky, huh? You're so good, aren't you? Yeah! Wait, can I reach that even? No. Again, the menuing is just really slow. I don't know why. But as a baseline, this is a very good showing, initially. Increase the quality of food. Yo! Oh, heck yeah. I love the quality of food. Food is all I live for. Huh! Now the slide is a bit weird because you can slide and cancel early out of the slide. Like you can change your direction during the slide very, very early. It feels interesting actually. It feels a bit more floaty almost. Very much more flexible, very much more floaty. And I do love games that like give experience points, even though the experience doesn't really lead to anything different. It's nice to know that your efforts at like killing things, it doesn't go to waste. At least you get stronger somehow. Even if the stat boost is just a very inconsequential 1 or 2%, right? You at least grow in some way by just playing the like game. Whether it's getting good or getting stronger. It's a smart design choice. But I will say it is one of the least interesting aspects of this game, right? The item design may be the most fascinating. What the fuck is this? I really want you to hear this. The sound design here is really good. I'm gonna boost this up just a tiny bit, because I think this is a very well orally designed room. Very well. Just a tiny bit.
Oh, but what do I see? A new trophy.
Yeah, they like tickle on the ears, right? It's weird.
I am Joseph.
It's a very nice sound. It's a very unsettling sound.
And great worshipper of the beast.
What?
And after your head is fixed upon my wall, you will not speak to tell anyone of this.
You're going down. Oh! Yo! B-movie! B-movie. I love the B-movie. Woo! B-movie! Ah! easy. Okay, let me lower the volume again. You may notice in that boss fight too, they did something very, very good. Even though the boss was very, very easy, mind you, I imagine maybe for the demo's sake, it's kind of hard to tell. The boss did incorporate your slide move. I do like that, when they actually take care to make the boss fight sort of like based around your powers at that moment. Thanks for playing, this is a demo. Press Control plus F2. What? What's the apostle symbol? But I just got the apostle symbol. I just got the apostle symbol. But I just got it. I don't want to go back. Strength potion. I love how it's misspelled in 2 different places. It's just funny to me. Owned by the apostles of the beast. Control plus F2. To be fair, it is just a demo of the full game. So obviously, they can't let you play it forever. But you see how good this game is in terms of a very inspired by Castlevania style game, right? You feel the influences sort of oozing from it, and yet it still does its own unique thing with it. Though the gameplay is very sort of well known, they do a lot to the gameplay to make it feel smooth enough to make it feel fun to play. And then they add their own twist on top of it. They don't rely on having to be a Castlevania game. It can just be its own thing. I'm curious to see how the story will play out. I'm curious to see how everything sort of goes as well. I'm curious to see when this game releases. I'm curious to see if they've learned from the previous stuff as well. Because I read the reviews on their older stuff. It did not pan very, very well, which is very unfortunate to see. Because the Lacroix Chronicles has apparently been a very narrative masterpiece almost. So I'm very hopeful to see how this goes. And I can't wait to see when it does come out. I can't wait to see what the finished product fully looks like. Because I do love playing these kinds of games. I really do. But that's all for Chronicles of the Wolf, the demo. Good timing.